This room is beautiful. I can't wait to show you guys the outside of this building. Beautiful old stone building, and I'm obsessed with this room. Let's show you the bathroom as well. I'm not going to show you me because I'm looking like a hermit after playing golf. But beautiful bathroom. We just got a tutorial on how to use the all of the knobs of the faucet because apparently it's a bit complicated. But this is gorgeous. Oh, I'm so excited. Got our little mini bar here. I bought some new shoes. Got our wardrobe. Got some bathrobes. So we have been in Methven for the past 2 days, and we came down here for Ellie's cousin's wedding, which was beautiful and such a fun time. We actually decided, seeing as we were coming all the way down here, that we might as well turn it into like a nice long weekend holiday and take a bit of time off work as well. So we flew down to Christchurch very early in the morning on Saturday, then had the wedding, then had like nice family barbecues, nice catch-ups, played a bit of golf. Today we played some more golf, which was all that amazing drone footage. We played at Terrace Downs, and it's probably the best golf course I've ever played at. Now we have driven back to Christchurch, and I'm actually doing an event tonight for my book. This is my book sitting over here. I've been doing these events a couple of times. I've done one in Auckland and one in Wellington. It's nothing fancy. I literally just book a table at a nice bar that I like, and then I invite a bunch of people. I just put it out on my Instagram, my email list, and I think for Wellington we had about 5 people. Auckland we had 4 plus Tara came, and then tonight we actually have 7, and I thought I would just vlog a little bit of tonight because I thought it might be interesting, might be fun. I did pop some Instagram stories up from all of my other events, so if you follow me there you will have seen it as well. It is 5:25 now, and I need to be at the bar at 6:30, so yeah, I'm gonna finish getting ready. I'm sorry, I filmed like nothing from my event, but I wanted to have a chat about what happened. And I get asked so much about running a business as an introvert, and a lot of people don't realize I'm an introvert. And for those curious, I'm an INFJ, and it's moments like these that I feel like it shows the most, because I was like too nervous to film anything. Like, I went and tried to like arrive early, and one of the attendees was like already there, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't do like my setup and my books and my b-roll. Like, just gotta switch it on, start hosting, start chatting straight away, which was like totally fine. But like, you know, sometimes I think when we're like introverts, when we're anxious, when we're shy, we like have a coping mechanism of like planning how things are like meant to go. And then of course life never goes according to plan. Even if it's the smallest thing of someone showing up early, or you know, something larger in the grand scheme of lives. That's something that I've learned a lot in business. You cannot plan, and in life too. But I decided to kind of just like really enjoy the event and not stress too much about filming, and just make sure it was the best evening as possible for everyone that had come along. So we had so many good chats about business. I talked all about my book, we talked about marketing, we talked about what social media platforms were working for everyone else, we were talking about how people, you know, what phase people were at in business, what they were working on, what their biggest problems were at the moment. And it was just all the good vibes. Like, I come back from these events and I'm like, I want to make content, I want to start a new business, like I want to do all of the things. And that's exactly why I run these things, because I know personally the reward that I've gotten from going to events and conferences when I was an early stage entrepreneur, and even how it benefits me now. Like, it's probably even a little bit selfish. Like, I love running these for me. They make me feel good, they make me feel excited, they give me that rejuvenated energy to come back to my business with fresh ideas and fresh enthusiasm. But that doesn't come without its challenges, right? As I was saying, like I was getting super stressy before the event, feeling quite nervous. My boyfriend was trying to give me a pep talk, being like, you'll be fine, you'll be great, Ellen. And I was like, oh my gosh. And one of the things actually was one of my clients was coming, and it just so happens, like, great example of small world and the small connections of New Zealand. My client's sister has a YouTube channel and is someone that I've followed for the past like couple of years, and I love her YouTube channel, and she is an entrepreneur and she has like a multi-million-dollar business, and she does the drop shipping, she does the coaching, she does the online courses, and like I just think she's incredible. And then I realized that she was also coming, and I was started to freak out because sometimes I can be really good at like running an event or speaking at an event when I know, oh, I'm just talking to, you know, early stage entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs, like they're who I was 5 years ago. I can just tell my story. And then when I meet someone like that, I'm like, oh my gosh, this person like knows more than me, and it kind of like hits your insecurities. And I think this is something that I've also realized in business, is we actually all have these same thoughts, feelings, and insecurities. We are our own harshest critic. We're always going to criticize ourselves heavily. We're going to say things internally to ourselves that we'd never say to a friend or a colleague. And sometimes we need to remind ourselves of that. And I think for me, when it comes to being an introvert and running my business, it is just a matter of learning what fills up my cup and what drains me. So for example, when I have a big event like this, I will spend the first part of the day really, you know, working on myself, having, you know, doing some fun activities like golf, making sure my energy level is up, instead of say like stacking 5 meetings on today so that I would then go to my event and already be like socially drained. So I think when it comes to being an introvert, it's not about, oh, I can't run a business, or I can't do this, or I can't get up on stage and talk to people. It's just about learning to go with your body, your mind, and balancing all of that different energy that you have. So likewise, right now, like I've come back to my hotel room and I'm like, Ellie's out for dinner with his family, so I get to have this little cocoon alone time for just an hour, and it's just what I need to recharge a little bit, and then I'll get back into my calls tomorrow morning. And I often get the question, you know, there's so many people that come into my courses that, you know, are INFJs or introverts, and there is this misconception that you have to be an extrovert to run a business, and I definitely don't believe that's true. You can totally be an introvert. I am the proof and evidence of that, but you do need to work within what your boundaries are. And sometimes it does mean pushing yourself out of the comfort zone. You know, I didn't really want to do in-person events for my books. I feel really safe and comfortable on the internet, but also like, what is life if you just stay in your comfort zone? Like for me, this might be my comfort zone now, posting on social media, but 5 years ago it wasn't. 5 years ago, I did not have a business. I had, you know, a blog as a side hustle, this YouTube channel, but I didn't have a business. I was working in a corporate job that I didn't love, and if I hadn't stepped out of my comfort zone, I wouldn't be where I am today. So even if you're an introvert, don't put yourself in this box that you can't do things. You can do them, you can challenge yourself. And one thing that really helped me is talking to my boyfriend, who is an extrovert, and realizing that he actually can get nervous about public speaking, and he gets nervous about going into big meetings at work, and like just understanding that the way you feel about doing certain things that are scary outside the comfort zone, that's totally normal. I always say normalizing a feeling is like step 1 in terms of like understanding it and feeling better about it, when you realize you're not alone and that everyone goes through this. So that was kind of why I wanted to talk a little bit about this in today's vlog, and kind of document me going through stepping out of my comfort zone. And I wanted to try like challenge you guys to do the same, whether you're an introvert, whether you're an extrovert, step out of that comfort zone and try something new, challenge yourself, because you don't know what's on the other side of that. You don't know the potential for your life to change. And I definitely feel like kind of weirdly nostalgic whenever I come back to the South Island, because those of you who followed the channel for a while, you'll know that I used to be in a relationship long distance with someone who lived in the South Island. So I would come down here every month, every 4 to 6 weeks, and I did a lot of trips down here, a lot of holidays as well. And it's crazy for me when I come back. I've come back 3 times in the past couple of years. And every time I just have to really like recenter and be like, whoa, my life has changed. Like my life is so different to what it was even just 3-4 years ago. And how I've changed my life so drastically in terms of my job, my income, my lifestyle, my relationships with other people, with family, with friends, with myself as well. For me, it's just like having the ability to push myself outside those comfort zones and demand more for myself, demand a better life for myself, even if I'm scared. Taking action, even if it scares me. Starting that side hustle, starting that business, sending that cold pitch to someone, collaborating with someone who you might be a bit intimidated by, or meeting someone who you're like, oh my god, you're so cool, and I'm just like, I'm still a newbie next to you. You know, those are the kind of things, the small actions that scare you stack on top of each other. And those are the kind of actions that in the long run create so much change in your life. All those small decisions, they can have a big impact once they add up. For me, it was starting the side hustle, which led to going full-time into my business, which led to a 6-figure business, which led to a even more like freedom, independent location business, like being able to work from anywhere, being able to take more holidays, working less hours. All of these things came from small steps in the beginning, from sending that first message to a business on Facebook asking if I could help with their social media for free to get some experience, to sending the first paid pitch, to raising my prices. All of these things stack up together, and that's when you look at someone like me on social media and you're like, oh my god, I wish I had Ellen's life. I wish I could stay at these beautiful hotels. I wish I could go travel. I wish I could have this freedom business. I wish I could have more flexibility. Like, the people you see on social media doing those things, their life wasn't always like that. And the way that they changed their life was simply taking these steps, taking the actions and demanding more. And if you want to learn more about this, where's my book? Here we go. If you want to learn more about taking action, finding your purpose and your passion as well, definitely check out my book. I am self-published. I've mentioned this quite a lot on YouTube videos, but just in case you haven't watched all of them, you can buy this on Amazon, and it's something that I'm super, super proud of. It's 9:15. I'm gonna head to bed now because I actually have a 7 AM meeting, a one-on-one coaching call with one of my students, and then I have a 9 AM live stream for my Dishing Up Digital School course for social media managers. So there's a few things happening tomorrow. We're obviously checking out. We're heading home to Auckland tomorrow night as well. And I want to do some like fun things around Christchurch as well. Again, the beauty of running my own business. A little bit of work in the morning and then lots of fun and play in the afternoon. But for now, this little introvert needs to go to sleep and sit in her little introvert bubble because that's the reality of being me. And I'm totally okay with that.
Another night, I fall in your sight. Your new eyes cut sharp like a knife.